this. All right, so Joseph Robinette of the Biden clan invokes the Defense Production Act for formula shortage. So, now, again, a week ago, he was yelling at people saying he's not a mind reader. Now he's actually doing something, so that's great. In my opinion, I don't know why you wouldn't just do this immediately. We have the Defense Production Act. People cannot feed their babies. So, I don't know. It seems like a no-brainer. But okay. I'm glad he did it. President Joe Biden on Wednesday invoked the Defense Production Act to speed production of infant formula and authorize flights to import supply from overseas, as he faces mounting political pressure over a domestic shortage caused by the safety-related closure of the country's largest formula manufacturing plant. The Defense Production Act order requires suppliers of formula manufacturers to fulfill orders from these companies before other customers. In an effort to eliminate production bottlenecks, Biden is also authorizing the defense production to use commercial aircraft to fly formula supplies that meet federal standards from overseas into the U.S. in what the White House is calling Operation Fly Formula. Why do they need the fucking ace pilots are flying Operation Fly Formula? Like, that sounds way better in your head. Like, Fly Formula, it's got an alliteration. Add operation to it. It's like, what? Operation Fly Formula. It doesn't... What? I mean, like, I'm sorry. But, like, this is...
Only the really... I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Anyway... Supplies of baby formula across the country have been severely curtailed in recent weeks after a February recall by Abbott Nutrition exacerbated ongoing supply chain disruptions among formula makers. I got like a thing. A little piece of food in my mouth that I'm wiping on my desk. Anyway. Leaving fewer options on store shelves, and increasingly anxious parents struggling to find nutrition for their children. I know parents across this country are worried about finding enough formula to feed their babies, Biden said in a video statement released by the White House. As a parent and a grandparent, I know just how stressful that is. Yeah, I doubt that Joe Biden knows how stressful that is. I'm just saying. The announcement comes 2 days after the Food and Drug Administration said it was streamlining its review process to make it easier for foreign manufacturers to begin shipping more formula into the United States. Now, that on its head doesn't sound so good. The idea that hold up, I gotta put something. Okay. The idea that we're flying in things with while rolling back standards of that kind. But I need people to understand that United States food standards are the lowest of almost any country that's in the quote unquote developed world. So if we're flying overseas, that implies that we're not going to Mexico or Canada, right? Which would make sense, right? Because they're right on the fucking border. But no, we're gonna fly presumably to Europe or something. And Europe, typically, for almost every country in Europe, besides, I guess, the United Kingdom, because of their whole Brexit fiasco, it seems that, in my understanding, that they have got higher safety standards for all of their, supplies and, food, ingredients, and so forth. So we might actually be getting better quality baby formula as a result of this. But, again, I don't know why the White House didn't know about this months ago. It's good that they did it right now. That's good, but he should have done this months ago. This formula shortage started really making headlines and I believe February, when the plant had that safety recall. And again, multiple kids died. I think it was 2 or 3 kids that died, and a lot of kids got extremely sick from this. I want to say it was Similac or something, the specific brand. But that shit's fucking crazy That fucking shit is crazy, okay? But again, I'm glad that he's doing it now. Better late than never. So, imports of baby formula will serve as a bridge to this ramped up production. Regulators said Monday that they'd reached a deal to allow Abbott Nutrition to restart its Sturgis, Michigan plant, the nation's largest formula plant. How about this? I'm going to just throw this out there. This is food for thought. So a corporation cut back on all their safety standards, poisoned and killed infants, murdered them. How about we just rethink this entire industry? How about, I don't know, you hold them accountable? Like, okay, if I am a parent and I feed my child lead and they die, I have a question. Would I be charged with murder? Does anyone know? Now again, also, the FDA needs to answer for a lot of these questions. I'd like to remind everyone that this plant that got shut down had a whistleblower contact the FDA, and the FDA sat on this info for 3 months before they did anything about it. A whistleblower was saying, yeah, the safety standards here fucking suck. Come over here, check this out. The FDA was like, I don't really feel like it. So, okay, if I feed lead to my child, I go to jail? If I see someone feeding lead to my child, right, and I don't do anything about it, I would probably go to jail. If I authorized someone to feed lead to my child and they died, I would probably go to jail. But when you work for a corporation or the FDA, it's all good. You win. It's great. You just get to do it again. You don't have any accountability, right? You get the price gouge. You get to make a shitload of money. You get to have the United States government to invoke the Defense Production Act to make free supplies for you, essentially. And you're good. Where's the accountability for this? Is this a conversation that anyone cares about? After getting the FDA's okay, Abbott said it would take 8 to 10 weeks before new products begin arriving in stores. The company didn't set a timeline to restart manufacturing. I've directed my team to do everything possible to ensure there's enough safe baby formula and that it's quickly reaching families that need it the most, Biden said in a statement, calling it one of my top priorities. The White House actions come as the Democratic-led House approved 2 bills Wednesday addressing the baby formula shortage as lawmakers look to show progress on what has become a frightening development for many families. That's not going to pass the Senate. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter, okay? Unless it passes the Senate, but we'll see. But again, if it does pass the Senate, right, we need to understand that whatever bill is going to pass with Republicans is not going to be enough, right? We need to have accountability for these motherfuckers that killed kids. We need that. But is anyone going to have that conversation? No. They're going to throw some liability waivers in this legislation, pay off the right amount of people. The CEOs of these companies are going to get bonuses with that payoff money, and everyone's going to be happy. That's what's going to happen here. Anyway, there you go. You can read the rest of that if you like. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'd say it's a net positive. But, you know, again, what are you going to do?